Finance videos sell one thing, but most people buy them for a completely different reason. They think they're learning about money. They're actually feeding one of the oldest psychological needs the human brain has. Once you see it, you'll never watch finance videos the same way again. Think about the last time you watched one. It probably started with a video about saving money, or investing, or building wealth. 30 minutes later, you were watching videos about millionaire habits, compound interest, passive income, and early retirement. The strange part is this: your bank account hadn't changed, but somehow, you felt better. Why? Because your brain wasn't just looking for more money. It was looking for certainty, and money simply became the symbol. You are not strange for watching finance videos. You are not greedy. Your brain is responding exactly the way it was designed to. Whenever life becomes uncertain, the brain starts looking for patterns, plans, and predictability. Finance videos promise all three. They offer roadmaps, strategies, systems. Even if you never follow them, simply knowing there is a plan makes the future feel less random. And when the future feels less random, your mind becomes calmer. That's why people often binge finance videos after losing a job, during difficult financial times, or after seeing someone their own age buying a house or becoming successful. The real question isn't, how do I become rich? The real question is, will I be okay? Those are two very different questions. There's another reason these videos are so compelling. They don't just sell money. They sell a future version of you, a version that sleeps better, feels confident, doesn't panic every time an unexpected expense appears. For a few minutes, that future feels real. You haven't earned another dollar, but your brain feels like you've moved one step closer to becoming that person. Hope is powerful. The brain doesn't always distinguish between making progress and imagining progress. Sometimes imagining a better future is enough to make today feel easier. Then something interesting begins to happen. Learning quietly replaces doing. You watch another investing video, another budgeting strategy, another guide to financial freedom. Each one feels productive. That's because preparation activates many of the same reward circuits as action. Your brain starts believing it's making progress simply because it's gathering information. Watching another finance video feels responsible, even when nothing in your life has actually changed. This is one of the easiest psychological traps to fall into, because it doesn't feel like procrastination. It feels like self-improvement. But here's the part most people never notice. Finance videos are often identity videos disguised as money videos. Listen carefully. The millionaire mindset. Wealthy people think differently. The habits keeping you broke. Those videos aren't just describing money. They're describing a different identity. Someone disciplined. Someone respected. Someone who finally has life under control. Money becomes more than currency. It becomes proof that you've become the person you wanted to be. And that's why finance content can feel surprisingly emotional, especially if money never felt emotionally safe while growing up. Maybe you remember hearing your parents say, "We can't afford that," or "Money doesn't grow on trees." Maybe you watched adults quietly worry about bills without saying much. Children learn emotional patterns long before they understand finances. If money was connected to stress, uncertainty, or conflict, your brain may still associate financial knowledge with emotional safety. Not because danger is happening today, but because your brain remembers what uncertainty once felt like. Now add social media to the picture. Someone buys their first house. Someone quits their job. Someone builds a successful business. Suddenly, your own timeline starts feeling wrong. Finance videos quietly suggest something comforting. Maybe you're only one good decision away. Whether that's true or not almost doesn't matter. Hope itself becomes rewarding. And this is where the psychology becomes even more interesting. The reason you watch finance videos probably changes throughout your life. When you're younger, they're often about possibility, freedom, travel, independence. Later, they become about stability, security, protecting your family, preparing for the future. The videos stay almost exactly the same, but your brain watches them for completely different reasons. The behavior stays, the motivation evolves. Perhaps the biggest reason people binge finance videos has almost nothing to do with money. These videos regulate emotion. Think about what happens after a stressful day. Work feels overwhelming. Bills keep arriving. The future feels uncertain. Opening a finance video feels strangely comforting, not because it instantly solves your problems, but because it gives your brain something predictable to hold on to. It's like opening a map when you're lost. The map doesn't get you home, but it reminds you there is a direction. Finance videos become that map, not because every strategy works, but because structure itself is calming. The brain naturally feels safer when it believes there is a path forward. That may be the biggest misunderstanding about people who constantly watch finance content. Others assume they're obsessed with becoming rich. Sometimes they are, but often they're trying to answer completely different questions. Will I have enough? Will I fall behind? Will I be safe? Will tomorrow be easier than today? Those are deeply human questions. Money is simply the language those questions are asked in. So if you've ever found yourself watching finance videos late at night, saving investing videos you'll probably never watch again, or imagining the life those creators describe, it doesn't necessarily mean you're obsessed with wealth. It may simply mean your brain is searching for certainty in an uncertain world. Because behind almost every repeated habit is an emotional need. Behind almost every obsession is a search for safety. And behind your interest in money may not be greed at all. It may simply be the very human desire to believe that tomorrow will be okay.